Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Lucklight Plays. We're continuing our run-through of Pool of Radiance as part of 8-Bit Obscurity. Now in the last episode we were continuing the Kobold Caves and we got ourselves into a pretty serious fight with the Kobold King, his minions, and 2 envoys of Tyrant Thraxus, the boss, who... Oh, they gave us a lot of trouble, but we managed to pull it off. We managed to beat them before we lost any of our characters, and the king ran away, so we're going to chase him down. And we're going to try to finish this place up, and then we're going to head over to Yarash's Pyramid, which is the location of the where the pollution going into the river is. That quest there, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been trying to prepare for this place. The pyramid is a huge maze, and it's actually rather difficult. Even with a map, I pulled up a map for this one, hoping to not be able to wander aimlessly for episode upon episode, and it looks like I'm still going to, even with the map. The map has a lot of teleports, a lot of various things going on. And this is gonna be, that place is gonna be rough, to say the least. But we're still gonna have to pull it off, so hopefully we can, hopefully I can figure out this map. But anyway, let's finish what we're doing first before we worry about that. We need to find that king, that Kobold King, and put a stop to this. So, that shouldn't target any of my guys. Also, I rested up plenty in between fights there, so I got all my characters back from those very well armored envoys. And I even pulled Fatima back. I didn't want her to die. So that deals with most of the kobolds. So now it's just these trolls and a few of the, yeah, that one guy. So it's just a matter of taking the trolls out before they take me out, essentially. And I don't mean to dinner. Alright, so that's one of them. Actually move around the guy, because I do believe that if you're standing in the spot they were standing in, they can't get back up. I don't think he's gonna get back up based on how fast I'm bringing him down, but can't be too careful. Alright, no sweat. I'll bring him in range. Take out the last guy. No sweat. That was actually easier than most. Alright, let's head in and see if we can find that king. Oh. Okay. He was so afraid of us that he ran into a spike pit and killed himself. Not intentionally, but he didn't make it. He didn't make it, folks. Thought I found some treasure. Okay. Let's take the broadsword from him, and the ring. She can't carry anymore, so moving on. We'll have her carry the scroll. Let's see if Krellin can hold the scroll as well. And then we have the rest of this junk. Now, the rotting tapestries are probably not going to sell for much, but they will sell, so hey. Might as well keep them. Alright, so that ends the Kobold Cave. So let's work our way out of here. Hopefully, no more of the traps are set. Chances are they are. Yep. Oh, the kobolds are still around. Well, I think that I'm pretty sure that if I go back to town now, they'll say I'm done with the quest. I'm sure it's just these are the remnants. Without their king, they're not going to be able to really join up with any enemy because they're disheveled, their morale is low, for good reason. That would be the intelligent way to go about this, but we'll see. We'll see when we get back, I suppose. Now, I'd be pretty, I'd have low morale too if 6 guys walked into my cave, started killing about hundreds of us, and, you know, just destroyed about 30 of you in one hit with a fireball. But, and kobolds are, in Dungeons & Dragons lore, pretty cowardly, so it's surprising they're even putting up a fight here. They're also known for their hit-and-run tactics, which I know I'm trying to put more AI into a Nintendo game that probably couldn't handle it, but hey, it would have been cool if more games kind of did that stuff, like follow the actual tabletop's ideas of monsters to the letter. And I'm sure there are. I'm really sure there are games that have, you know, kobolds hiding behind walls throwing rocks at you instead of coming out in the open using poison, stuff like that. Most people use kobolds as the I'm still getting hit. Use kobolds as kind of the first monsters of your game. Like, it's usually goblins, orcs, and kobolds are just your typical, like, first monsters you fight. Well, thanks, lady. I know, a little behind the scenes about me, I actually have been playing Dungeons & Dragons for closer to about 12, 13 years, on and off. I started with 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons and moved on to 3rd, and never really got into 4th or the new one that's coming out, well, coming out or came out in terms of when this video came out, which is, you know, November. But I couldn't get into it mainly because the stuff that I would do and the stuff that I would love to run, I either couldn't do it or I just didn't know how to do it. And I'm just kind of an old fogey when it comes to Dungeons & Dragons, and, you know, stuck with what I knew. So I mean, maybe people enjoy the 4th edition, maybe people enjoy the new 5th, or if it's even called the 5th edition. I just enjoyed, like, all the spells, all of the planning that went along with it. And it felt like, you know, I tend to play wizards, I'll tell you that right now. I tend to play magic users in any capacity. I can't really end up playing the fighter, because I just, you know, move up to enemy, roll dice. Did I hit? Good. Okay, next turn. You know, just, I enjoyed, like, planning out these kind of clever ways to beat the enemies, and I felt like I couldn't really do it as much in the new system, because, I mean, everybody has just, you know, you can use a magic missile at every turn, like, without having to plan ahead. Like, you can just, you're just now the fighter, but you're standing in back. Like, I'm sure the wizard can do more than that, but when I was playing it, it felt like that's all I was doing, and I was like, this kind of sucked the fun out of it for me. But the point of the story was when I used to run games for a pretty good portion of the time I was playing, and I would always try to not have those typical baseline starting enemies, like, here comes the goblins again, you know, or kind of the same theory as, like, in every video game Dungeons & Dragons story, there's always rats in the basement. That kind of thing. Like, I would try to avoid that kind of stuff. So, like, kobolds, despite them being, like, kind of stupid, they'd still be a challenge for those first level parties, because I would have them run away and throw rocks and try to, you know, hit and run tactics and stuff like that, instead of just going, here they are, they're standing in front of you, what do you do? Oh, you hit them? Good, you hit them. Roll damage. You win. Yay. I felt that it was more fun, like, you know, you're supposed to play them to how they would act, and I just found it more fun that way. So anyway, point of that boring story. Works its way around to the kobolds in where I just fought. And they wouldn't stand in front of you. Like, they'd drop nets on you and use traps, but they wouldn't stand in front of you and go, here we are, I got you. They would be all over the map. Alright, so bow, broadsword. Kept the broadsword and the shield. I have 2 different swords here. Alright. So let me identify. And don't worry, I'm not actually stalling just to get out of doing the pyramid. I'm actually, Actually, let me see if she can actually equip that sling before I sell the staff sling. I would love to get rid of that staff sling. Yeah, she can't use it. Almost made a big boo-boo there. I believe only the thief can, and that short bow is a lot better. Actually, now that I say that, like, now I'm actually doubting. Like, alright. Alright. I gotta sell those tapestries before I play with that. Yeah, they didn't even sell for anything. Whatever, I had room. Alright, that's a sword. Silver mirror sells for only 10. And we'll have to identify that scroll. Thought I had another scroll to identify. Maybe I already did it? Am I just hallucinating? Nope, there it is. More magic keys or spells. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trade the sling to Everett, see if it's any better than that bow that I have. Because, you know, after saying that the bow is better, now I have my doubts. It happens sometimes. So I have a d6 plus 1 damage, and THAC0 of 15. A d4 plus 3 with a THAC0 of 14. So 4 to 7 damage versus 1 to 7 damage. I think I'll stick with the sling, honestly. So there you go. I was wrong about the bow. Sling has a better minimum damage, so I'll be doing it 4 points at least, instead of just the 2 to 7. Alright, so I can get a strength spell and invisibility spell, both of which I will never use. That's okay though. Nope, it's too late. Oh, back into the inn. I wish the innkeeper was like, weren't you just here? And I'd be like, yeah. Sorry. And I just realized I forgot to memorize for Fireball. I'll do that later. Remind me, viewers, remind me. I'm pretty sure the next episode will be like, and I'm gonna use Fireball. I forgot to. I gotcha. You'll hear me complaining in the next episode. Well, I thought I did this. Nope. Alright, so still stuck with that staff sling. I don't think I'll ever use it, but I hold it just in case. Alright, so let's memorize. And then on the next episode, we will head over to the pyramid next. And... ooh, troubles await. Alright, so I got my fireball spell. I'm gonna take an extra minute on this episode just to get the reward for the Kobold Cave. Probably something useless. Useless amounts of money. Yep, they lost the Kobold army. No, experience. I could always use experience. Destroy the undead. That's the pyramid. Tribe of lizardmen. The only son of Bivant was kidnapped. Bears a heart-shaped mark on his shoulder. What the heck does that mean? I'm gonna have to look that one up. And let's see if we can get any levels before I leave you this fine day. Hey, 6th level cleric. I think that's at the max. Yep, she has hit max level. She is at full power. Alright, so on the next episode we're gonna head over to the pyramid. Unless I look up that Bivant thing and it's an actually easy quest, and I honestly will put off the pyramid as long as I can just because it's so dizzying, and I like to stay entertaining here. Plus that place is actually pretty tough in terms of fights, and it's going to be overall a hassle, so the stronger I am, the better. So, hope you come back for the next episode, and I'll discuss what we're doing then. So, my name is Lucklight, thank you for watching, and have a good one.